Jentzen, I don't agree with what you're saying or how you're saying it, but I do understand your perspective. Pain, anger, and resentment about the squad, about our family situation, your new life, and how betrayed you feel by me. And it breaks my heart. I protected and saved my 14-year-old son who didn't want to be saved or protected. And I believe all he ever wanted from me was to love and respect him and his boundaries and let him stay in the squad with his friends. And I didn't, and I'm sorry. Your grandmother, who died while fighting for you, she and I, and even your sister Liana at that point, fought tooth and nail to save you and protect you from a predator and her supporters who constantly came after my minor child, even at Anaheim. And in that process, embarrassed and humiliated you in front of your friends. And for that, I'm sorry. I destroyed a world that you numerous times told me that you felt happy and safe in. A world where the rest of the family didn't see what the big deal was. And for that, I'm sorry. A world where you had adventures, fun, laughs, made lots of money in, and was blinded by the glamour. But all things that glitter are not gold. I understand why a child wouldn't grasp the magnitude of the situation, or why 11 other families filed a $22 million lawsuit against that environment I risked it all to save my child from. An environment so bad, a major studio like Netflix produced a documentary to show that this was not okay for my son or any other child. I'm sorry that our family has been torn apart over this. And I'm sorry that you don't have enough people around you, family included, to explain why a loving parent, for no amount of money, would leave their child in an unsafe environment. I'm sorry, but I love you, and that's my job, to care for you and shape you and protect you and sacrifice for you, even if it means you're mad at me. You'll understand one day when you have a child of your own. I just wish you had more friends and family who taught you how to heal instead of how to feed your resentment on social media. If I had done the things you were accusing me of, my hair, nails, clothes would look more like the lifestyle I had been accustomed to, and I would not have had to sell my car and my mother's car to drive the one I currently have. I'm practically homeless, and I'm on food stamps. My hair falls out at the roots, and here are my nails. My doctor says it's stress due to the things like this happening right now. Your fans know that I've not been on social media, on cruises, or hot air balloons, or trips around the world. And I agree with them, and they've given you good advice for the most part. But I feel obligated to respond because my children are hurting. With regards to the banking withdrawals on the screenshot you shared, those are to the Way to Save account. These are transfers you and I made together to the tax savings account for IRS purposes. We jointly decided to save 50% of the funds for taxes. I have receipts documenting all transfers related to taxes and expenses, and we'll go over them with you when you are ready. Displaying your finances on social media is again poor advisement from your inner circle, especially since you requested those items be sealed in court from public view. The court-ordered therapy you agreed to for your emancipation would be the right place for this. I simply wanted to address the issue promptly, though, Jentzen. And if I cared about the money, I would have left you in the squad. I wish you were supported by family members and friends who encourage you to do the right thing, but it's unfortunate that those surrounding you are only making things worse. Now that you are an adult, I will treat you like one. There's a difference between being a mature man and not an adult child. I would love to talk more about this with you, and it should be handled maturely, not by people who dance in videos around you and suggest that a video is how to handle it. However, it was never a private matter because of all you do on social media. You can't have it both ways. But I pray God will continue to watch over you and the rest of the family for all that you're doing during this difficult time. And I'm sorry I wasn't who you wanted me to be. Everything I did was to protect you and other parents and other children so they are not manipulated, violated, or silenced. I love you to the moon and back, Mom.